Welcome to Breslov Insights. We're reading Rebbe Nachman's advice. We're on Tzaddik 62. It is through the Tzaddik that we draw cool waters to revive the soul when it is weary. Then we can be worthy of praying with all our hearts, as it is seen. All my bones will say, Hashem, who is like unto thee. This is the true prayer. This is a true prayer. The difference between hearing the Torah from the Tzaddik himself and merely learning from a book is that one who hears the Tzaddik himself receives from him the cool waters which revive the soul. But one who merely learns from a book does not always know how to restore his soul when it is weary. 63. The true Tzaddik has a kind of gravitational power to draw the whole world closer to Hashem and His Torah. Why is it then that the people far from the Tzaddik, instead of being drawn to him, the reason is because there is a counterforce which works against the pull of the Tzaddikim. For there is a class of men whose words and deeds create a barrier which keeps people far from the Tzaddik. The main strength of this counterforce lies in people's pride and pretensions. They believe it will bring them to indignity and disparagement if they draw closer to the truth. One who desires the truth has to lower himself and remember his own insignificance. He has to consider that everything that happens to him since he came into the world and think of his failures and shortcomings. When a person genuinely feels his own smallness, the truth will be revealed to him. The gravitational draw of the Tzaddik will prevail over the countervailing force, and he will be drawn to the Tzaddik with tremendous enthusiasm. 64. The smaller a person makes himself, the greater his drawing power. His power to draw the indwelling presence of Hashem down into the world until he dwells with us. The same applies if he wants to draw blessings down upon Yisrael. And similarly, the smaller a person makes himself, the closer he is drawing to the power of the true Tzaddik. 65. One who gives charity to a truly humble Tzaddik is blessed immediately. 66. It is very difficult for one when he is famous. 67. There are certain tzaddikim who take afflictions upon themselves of their own accord for the sake of the Jewish people. Because of this, they receive a very exalted spiritual blessing. 68. Even one who prays and studies constantly can never know how to serve Hashem except if he is close to the Tzaddik. 69. There are times when the Tzaddik talks to people about secular topics. This is very beneficial for them, because the secular conversation of the Tzaddik has the power to give them a connection with true wisdom, namely Torah. There are certain people who are so far from Torah that it is not possible to draw them closer with words of Torah as such. The only way is through worldly conversations. The Tzaddik uses them as a garment in which to clothe and veil his Torah teachings. And at times the Tzaddik himself sharpens his mind and freshens himself with this kind of conversation. 70. Opposition which the great Tzaddikim endure enables them to draw down blessings without stirring up the accusers. 71. The fact that it is necessary to visit the Tzaddik in person and learning from the books is insufficient is actually mentioned explicitly in the Torah. And the Lord said to Moshe, "Write this as a memorial in the book and place it in the ears of Yehoshua." Moshe was to speak with Yehoshua face to face, because the important thing is to hear the words from the lips of the Tzaddik himself. The Midrash comments on Moshe's words to the children of Israel. "O hear Israel, you are to pass over the Jordan this day." What made him say to them, "O hear Israel now"? The rabbis explained it with a parable about a king who gave his bride two pearls. When one of them got lost, the king said to her, "You have lost the one. Make sure that you guard the other one." God's marriage with Israel was sealed with Yisrael's declaration of "we shall do and we shall hear." When the children of Israel made the golden calf, they lost the "we shall do." Therefore Moshe said to them, "You have lost the "we shall do." Take care and guard the "we shall hear." O hear Israel. No book has the power to move a person like the words he hears from the mouth of a Tzaddik himself. This hearing is "we shall hear," which Israel still has. 72. The basis of everything is to be bound to the Tzaddik of the generation completely, and to accept everything he says as correct, whether it is a major or a minor thing. One must turn neither right nor left from what he says, but simply abandon his own ideas as if he knows nothing except what he receives from the Tzaddik. So long as a person retains even a residue of his own independent way of thinking, he has not attained the fulfillment, and he is not truly bound to the Tzaddik. Thanks, and we'll continue tomorrow.